What is up, Cronic here today, and today we're going to do some Bill Burr. This one is Bill Burr on Steve Jobs, and let's check it out.
Actually, Nerd Jesus died in the last year, right? Steve Jobs.
Calling him Nerd died, Jesus?
Right? I know, a lot of nerds here tonight. I know, you're sad. I didn't get it. I didn't get the big deal they made about that guy. When he died, they were like, he changed the world. Doesn't say. He changed the world. The world was one way, and then Steve Jobs came, and it was another. What did he do? Somebody, for the love of God, what the fuck did that guy do?
Apple.
What did he do? He told other people what to invent? I want my entire music collection in that phone. Get on it! Right? And then these poor, nameless, faceless scientists gotta go in a back room and figure it out. How the fuck are we gonna get all of this into this? I mean, what year does this guy think this is? This is crazy. This is like Buck Rogers. Dude, my kid has a birthday in like 11 months. Steve Jobs just walking by. I don't hear any thinking going on in there. Just strutting around the office.
I'm sure he had a little more to do
like
with
a
it.
Pear. Right?
Maybe.
Just throwing out ideas. There's another one. There's another one I just came up with on the way to work.
Like he's eating.
I was reading a magazine the other day, turning pages, you know? I like to turn pages on a screen that aren't even there. Yeah, wrap your fucking heads around that, guys! See you in 8 years. Where you going, Michael? Big, little, get on it! Right? And all these people slave away to make his vision come true. And then they have the big nerd fest, right?
Yeah.
Down there, Comic-Con, and all their nerd mecca. They're all showing up with their acne.
I guess
and
that's
their
what
Hulk
it turned
shirts,
into.
Limping into the arena, right? Does Steve Jobs go out with a whole chorus line of scientists? No, he goes out there by himself. Sneakers and no belt, like it was no biggie, right? like he's Tesla. Tapping into the atmosphere. I know, this is always uncomfortable. I know, you bought into it, right? You know, advertising, the way they aligned themselves with some of the greatest people of all time. Jesus, Gandhi, me.
It happens.
Remember that? Muhammad Ali, John Lennon, this guy. How the fuck was that dude like any of them? Gandhi didn't have a sweatshop.
I mean, he just kind of got Apple.
Nah, he didn't have people leaping to their deaths only to catch a net and get ricocheted back through the window to have to put together yet another iPad. John Lennon didn't have children in his basement pressing those fucking albums.
Yeah, you would hope not.
I know.
Kind of weird.
New phone can't fit the old charger. This is your hero?
Oh, I fucking hate that shit. I hate when they do that shit.
This is what all the silence is about?
I hate when that shit happens.
New phone can't fit the old charger, so then you gotta throw it out, ends up in the ocean around some octopus's neck.
Yeah. They do that.
You realize how much sea life is ecstatic that man is no longer walking the earth? That's where it all ends up, you know. Doesn't go to landfill, ends up in the ocean. You realize that? I hate people who say I don't pollute. I don't pollute. Yeah, you do. You use shit and you throw it out.
Yep.
Well, you think because you put it in like a basket, it just poof, disappears? Everything you ever used is somewhere. You ever think about that?
Yeah, that's trippy.
Remember that flannel shirt you bought back in the day when you got into Pearl Jam? That's out there somewhere. Probably on some porpoise's face, trying to get it off. Stupid little flippers. All the fads. You remember rollerblading?
Yeah, I remember it a little bit.
Everybody had them. We set up cones, we did little tricks, right?
I was fucking terrible
at rollerblading.
One little
homophobic joke killed that entire fad.
Really? What killed it?
What's the hardest thing about rollerblading? Man, telling your parents you're gay. Full-grown adults. Dude, I'm not gay. I don't have the cooties. These mean I suck dick. And I just throw it out. They end up in the ocean. They're made out of plastic. They can't biodegrade. They just break down to little cubes. Fish are breathing them in. 6 months later, you're going out, you're getting sushi, you think you're being healthy, you're eating your own rollerblades.
Oh!
All right, I'm out of time. You guys are great. Thank you.
I guess that's kind of recycling. Well, hell yeah, I enjoyed this one. I would have to disagree and agree with him to a certain extent. I will say I am not the most, like, researched in Steve Jobs and everything that he's done, but he did have, like, a big part of Apple. I can see where he was coming from with saying, like, he just puts everyone to work and then comes out and talks about it. But I'm pretty sure he had to have at least a big hand in the early days. You gotta do something important to get to the point of where he was. Like, maybe he didn't have, like, a very, like, big hand into how it was made towards the end, other than his vision, but he still definitely had a big hand in calling the shots on a lot of things. So I definitely agree and disagree with Bill here. And I like when comedians point out these just weird thoughts. Like how I said at the end that everything you've ever had is still out there somewhere. Like those kinds of weird thoughts I really love, because I definitely have thoughts like that. Like when you're like trying to go to sleep or something and you're just like daydreaming about crazy bullshit. I like hearing comedians talk about that kind of thing because it's just such a universal thing that isn't very talked about much, but it plays out really good in a stand-up set. But yeah, that'll be the one for today. If any of you guys got anything else to suggest to react to, let me know down in the comment section. Hit that like button. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button. I will see you in the next one. Peace.